A fresh dose of tech news and insight. This is breaking news on Eagle Eyes on Tech. Ironmouse is leaving Vshojo. It is Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. This is Eagle Eyes on Tech. I'm Eagle Falcon. And Vshojo is basically done. There's no other real way you can look at this. So let's start from the beginning, all right? So we got VTubers out there, right? You've got the various talent agencies that manage some VTubers. You, of course, can go independent like most other streamers out there. But, you know, there are VTubers out there that prefer to go with a talent agency. And in the VTubing space especially, this is kind of well known. You've got companies and talent agencies out there like Nijisanji and HoloLive that will go ahead and forward a substantial cost to go ahead and make a model and a persona for the VTuber, but then they own the copyright and the IP and everything of that model, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the model at all. Especially since both the model of how the company operates and also the VTubing models, for whatever reason, like corporate VTubing models, just they don't look good most of the time. Like, I don't get why. Maybe I'm looking at all the wrong ones, but I don't know. I digress. But then you have Vshojo, who operates kind of more like a traditional talent agency, where they go and scope out talented VTubers out there and decide that they're going to go ahead and sign them up rather than go ahead and put an upfront cost. Now, a lot of the inner workings of Vshojo were kind of unknown. It kind of seemed like it was the perfect world. You get the representation of a company like Vshojo, so you got that sort of going for you. A lot of ad work going on behind the scenes, a lot of collab work going on behind the scenes, like a lot of assistance and management going on behind the scenes. Like Vshojo looked like the best of both worlds, especially since once you're done with Vshojo, if you leave Vshojo, you keep everything. Whereas something like HoloLive or Nijisanji, when you leave, the company keeps everything. There's a reason why Selen Tatsuki is nowhere to be found. There's a reason why Gargura is nowhere to be found. I don't know where this Doki Bird and Saba came from. No idea. Completely unrelated. But everything involving the corporate side of the corporate VTubing side, that's gone. Vshojo, you keep that. But the thing is that a lot of the faith that Vshojo had came from the fact that talent like Ironmouse was front and center. Like Ironmouse was the face of Vshojo for a very, very long time. I want to say she was there since the very beginning, possibly even like a founder. Like she's been there forever. And granted, there's been quite a bit of talent leaving Vshojo recently, but there hasn't a whole lot of talk as to why. Ironmouse has now told us why. In her video announced on Monday that Vshojo owes Ironmouse a substantial amount of money, as well as didn't pay over $500,000 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation from when Ironmouse ran her charity stream. Now, the reason you go ahead and say how much the charity was for, but not how much she was owed, is because the charity number is public. It was made very public because it was a subathon for charity. And in fact, supporting this charity for her is a bit of a passion project because she suffers from an autoimmune disease. And that foundation looks to try and make the lives of other people with that same disease better. So, you know, when you go ahead and have a bit of a charity fraud going on there, that's a bit of concern. Now, the question is I shouldn't say the question, but a question people have is, why is Vshojo on the hook for that money if Ironmouse raised it? Well, these talent agencies, when they go ahead and take on talent, all money that's made is funneled to the agency first. They get their cut first, and then that's given off to the talent, in this case, Ironmouse. So it goes money, the agency takes their cut, and then talent gets what's left. That's how it works. Okay. The problem is, of course, it's all charity. It should have all gone to there. And it's not like Vshojo is unfamiliar with this. This is the second time that Ironmouse has done a charity stream for the I almost said what kind of acronym it was, but that acronym means something significantly different. So I'm glad I caught myself there. That went to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time it was fine. The second time, though, not so much. So, yeah, Ironmouse is out. Now, why did this happen? How did this happen? What did this happen? Well, here's the thing, right? What's going on in Vshojo could be a number of things. It could be, A, that Vshojo has debt that has caught up with them, and they were finally forced to pay their debtors before they could pay their talent and everything, and that created a massive shortfall and is now causing all these problems. That's possibility A. B, they're being so mismanaged on the inside that they're just absolutely incompetent in the way they're managing their money, and money's not being handed over like it should be. C, it's completely malicious greed, which is what everyone's first assuming, but I don't want to assume that first. Very rarely is a company just maliciously greedy. Now, if it was Nvidia, on the other hand, but anyway, usually a company like this, especially when it leads to someone as big as Ironmouse leaving, more than likely the actual cause of it is mismanagement or incompetence. And I think that's just that. I'm willing to bet that just long ago they ran up debt and setting up, as a lot of tech companies do. They just try to go ahead and pay the stuff off, but the piper finally came to pay, and now they're in a significant financial crunch. If that is the case, Vshojo is dead. There is no way they can survive paying off all their debtors and losing Ironmouse. They will simply be forced to declare bankruptcy, and that's most likely what will happen. If it is any of the other options, Vshojo is going to be facing a slow and painful decline, because now, unfortunately, they are a talent agency and a brand that is known for committing charity fraud, and for a charity that, you know, is looking to try and make the world a better place, that's going ahead and actually trying to do significant health work. You are now branded forever as shorting them $500,000. You're dead. It's just be a slow and painful death, especially when, you know, eventually the remaining talent is going to face that exact same stain. Now, for the record, I never encourage in any way, shape, or form anyone or any kind of harassment. All right, any talent that chooses to remain in Vshojo, don't harass them. None of Vshojo's mistakes is their fault. You most likely know that. I know that, but there's plenty of other people out there that refuse to know that, and that's pretty much how it's going to go down. Unfortunately, a lot of that talent is going to leave because the stain of Vshojo is going to stick to them, in a similar manner to the stink of Niji Sanji will stick to, or has stuck to, their streamers, and a number of them have left as a result, or for other reasons. In the case of Vshojo, you have extra incentive just to leave, because of course you keep your IP, you keep the character, you don't have to start over. It's not the same kind of pit that other talent agencies for VTubers are in, that put them in. But for right now, we know Ironmouse is lawyered up, which means Ironmouse is going after Vshojo, most likely for the money that's owed her. They might also be going after the money for the charity, or the charity is luring up and going after Vshojo for the money they're owed. I don't know which it's going to be, but there is going to be a lot of lawyers involved. We'll have to see. We'll have to see who gets what But I'm just telling you this right now. I don't believe Vshojo has the money. I think they messed up. I think they accumulated a lot of debt trying to get started. That finally caught up to them, and they have no money. And people are going to be trying to get blood out of a stone. That is what I fully expect is going on, and that company is dead. That is what I predict. Do I know that's the case for a fact? Of course not. And here's a spoiler for you. No one knows if that's the case or not. A lot of people say they have inside information. One person online has very poorly coded that Vshojo takes a 60% cut, which is higher than a lot of other ones. There's been a lot of other people claiming they know things, but can't say because of NDAs. The talent is not able to say a whole lot because of NDAs. New information is going to leak out slowly. The question is, what can be confirmed? What can be corroborated? And most importantly, what is correct? We will be talking about it more when we do the main podcast. But for now, that's going to do it for me. Now get out there and conquer the day.